You found the Sharks Broadcast podcast. Subscribe, and if you like what you hear, give us a 5-star rating. During the band's infancy of that particular band, what do you want to call the band? Let's just call it Mr. Big. Yeah, let's just call it Mr. Big.
I don't know if anybody really said that's the winner right there. We got to go with that's it. Without a doubt.
You don't think that
I think they probably said, let's just stick with this one. Let's go with this one. See how
For now?
Kick it around a bit. See if we like it. And then if we don't, forget it.
No, I disagree. I think they gave high fives all over the room. That's the name. Mr. Big. Yeah, Mr. Big.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Well, I don't know. That doesn't have a ring to it. They only, it only ended up having one big hit.
You're talking about, that was it. Yeah, you're talking about huge ego guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, of course. They would love the name Mr. Big. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's almost 6:30. It is Wednesday. It's a Shark Morning Show. Portsmouth restaurants can return to 100% capacity.
Yeah, this is great. This news was breaking yesterday. The memo came out from the city manager and the city health officials there in Portsmouth that capacity, original capacity. So full on 100% what we've been used to. I of course, I go to Portsmouth quite a bit, and it's amazing. What my routine is. I go to a couple of different places. I go in and I get my little lunch, and then I'm off to do my errands and when you walk in and you're alone in these places, you've got a bar that should have 25 chairs. The thing's got like 6 chairs, and they got it in little couples. So and then you come in, and then there's a couple behind you. It's like, there's that guy over there.
Right,
I guess we got to walk.
All by himself.
He's all by himself.
Yeah.
This is awful. We got to walk back out and wait, and it's just so awkward. And it's been that way forever.
I agree, Train. I agree.
So it's just nice for everyone involved.
Yep.
The staff doesn't have to deal with that anymore, and just
That's what I'm happiest for is the staff at the restaurants, because they don't get paid even minimum wage. They make their living off of tips.
Yeah, it's
so I'm happy that they're back to maximum, full capacity.
Yeah, just to have the people, have the action, just have it back the way it was.
I know.
Congratulations to Portsmouth. Their community rate or whatever is under 1%, which is the big goal, and for Rockingham County and the city, and woohoo!
Yeah,
let's go.
I know, I love that. So congratulations to all the staff, all the restaurant owners in Portsmouth. We've got Prince on the way. Certainly returning back to normal. It's a Shark Morning Show. The plastic bags that we all get at the grocery store. Well, in Maine, they're not going to be available for free anymore starting on July 1st.
Isn't this something? This is yet another thing that's flip-flopped and gone all over the place, because over like a year ago, plastic bags were going to save us from infection. Remember that? The worst thing ever is the recyclable cloth bags, because at the time we didn't, we just thought that it would spread germs.
Right. Before that, the recycle, the bags that we bring on our own, that was going to save us.
Yes.
Because the plastic bags were evil.
Yes, plastic bags were evil about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden the pandemic comes along. There was a flip-flop. And
plastic bags.
Yes, they are very much, the germ-free way to go.
Yep.
So we'll keep it that way. Now they're evil again.
Yep.
So things have turned back.
Yes, it's true. You have to pay a bag fee to purchase the bags if you don't have your own. That's starting on July 1st. Now,
okay.
I remember when this law was enacted. It was a few years ago, and it's 5 cents per bag.
Okay. See, I'm just thinking, me and my express lane shopping, that's not going to be that bad. 3 bags for, 20 cents or whatever. I could say if you really load up, though, that could start to add up.
Well, it's not necessarily the fact that, it's going to add up. It's the fact that I thought when this law first came down that the money was going to go to the state or the city or whatever. And, it's just like another tax. No, it goes to the store.
Okay.
It goes right to the store.
Yeah, you would think it would go to some sort of environmental
something.
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
Which I would gladly pay. I like to, keep the environment clean and all that. But it really, I don't know. It's just like, okay, I'm going to pay another 5 cents for a bag. I'm not doing that. I remember a lot of times when I lived in Maine, I would just carry the stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know it's only 5 cents, but it was the principle of the thing. I was mad at myself for forgetting my reusable ones, and I was mad at the store for charging me 5 cents per bag.
I got all the right recyclable bags, It's just for some weird reason, no matter if I pull up to the Hannaford, I got my Market Basket one, and I can't find my Hannaford one. So I always feel like embarrassed to go in there with the wrong
I
brand.
do not.
Yeah.
I am not like that at all.
If I get the Shaws, when I go into the Market Basket, I feel like I'm...
No, not me at all.
Okay.
If I go into Hannaford and I have a Shaw's bag, that's the bag that I have.
Okay. So
and
you don't have the shame of that. All right,
no, not at all. And when it comes down to it, I like my bags better because you can put 4 2-liter bottles in one of those bags, and you can't do that with a plastic bag.
Yeah, no, they'll rip out the whole 9 yards. They're much better than the plastic bags as far as quality, and heft, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, if you want to read more about the laws and such, it's right there on your Shark app. Hall & Oates coming up next. Hey there, in your own backyard. It's a Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train.
88 degrees for the high.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. So the Westminster Dog Show is coming back. And did you know that there are 4 judges from New Hampshire?
I had no idea that we were so important, us here at the Granite State, when it comes to judging dogs. I love the Westminster Dog Show. Watch it every year in February. This one is going to be wildly different. But yeah, four people are going to be judges there.
It's this weekend. And it's not where it usually is. And I had no idea that there were so many judges.
Yeah, they always have it in Madison Square Garden, generally in the middle of the winter. Well, this one there, because of, the whole pandemic situation, they're going outside Tarrytown, New York, which is not very far from New York. It's going to be all outside of a Lyndhurst mansion.
Right. Well, when they announce the judges, it's really kind of funny because they say Mr. and Mrs.,
Oh, yeah.
They announce them as, so Mr. Knowlton Reinders of Newbury, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a Knowlton as a first name. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. It sounds very dog show judge like.
Yeah. All of these names, all these folks, all do sound like
they do.
Like they should be judging dogs at a dog show.
Like a little fuffa, as my mother would say. It's fuffa. Mr. James Finney of Ackworth, New Hampshire.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Elliot, I'm assuming Mr. Elliot Moore of Deerfield, New Hampshire. And Mr. Mark Thruffle of Merrimack, New Hampshire.
I know, every one of them. We sound like English royalty or something.
I know. They ought to have Mountbatten, whatever the kid's name is, right?
Yeah.
Mountbatten, what was it yesterday we were talking about?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Mountbatten. Yeah, I'm trying to think of that royal name.
Yeah.
The Windsor.
Mountbatten Windsor.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, pretty exciting. So you're going to be watching it with bated breath?
Sure. I always do. Generally, what happens is it's at night. And then I'll have to DVR it and show that this one is in the daytime. Yep. So hopefully they'll go live and you can see, the big Best in Show, all that stuff happening live in the sunshine.
Yeah, I have never watched it. It, like golf, puts me to sleep.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, maybe this year I'll be all excited because there's 4 New Hampshire judges.
The big one is the Best in Show where all the groups get together, so it doesn't take very long to determine the best dog there, and it's a lot, cool varieties of dogs. I would say if you're going to watch it and to stay awake, it would be Best in Show.
Okay, all right. Check out all the details about the New Hampshire judges right there on the Shark app. Birthday last week.
Oh.
He turned 70-something.
Nice.
Like 77, I think, or something like that. Wow. It's 7:10. It's a Shark Morning Show.
Yeah, we're rocking the brain strain here on your Wednesday morning. Got the Alpaca Craft Barn right there at the Ridge in Rochester. Got that gift card for you if you solve today's brain strain. And I like this one. Makes me chuckle. I've had some funny brain strains, in my humble opinion. 20% of New Englanders, they do this before they begin cooking. You got to use the stove. Well, they do this before that. What is it? 20% of New Englanders do this before they begin cooking.
Do they say a prayer that nothing messes up?
No, it's
that they
not.
Make a good meal?
It's not a prayer.
Not a prayer?
They do not say a prayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do? Do they wash their hands?
Oh, see, that would be, that's logical. And there's no reason for that with the brain strain. It is not the washing of the hands.
What could it be? 877-45-SHARK. If you get the answer that we're looking for, you win that incredible gift certificate to the Alpaca Farm.
Yeah, Alpaca
really cool.
Craft Barn. Barn right there at the Ridge in Rochester. Shop local, find unique products and gifts. The Alpaca Craft Barn.
All right, good luck. Forward to Shark Morning Show. We are playing the brain strain.
Yes, we are. 20% of New Englanders, they do this before they begin cooking. What is it?
877-45-SHARK. We gave a pretty good clue last time. See if we can get an answer. Good morning. What's your guess?
I say turn the fans on.
Yeah, it's not the exhaust fan.
My stove fan, I turn it on.
Yeah, no.
Disengage the smoke detector.
Yeah, that's it.
You got it. Yeah, you take out those batteries, though. We got to make some French fries. Aaron, will you take out the batteries of the smoke detector? I've heard that a few times.
Who is this?
This is Gabe.
Hey, how are you, Gabe?
I am doing well, thank you.
Good. Yeah, Aaron says
you
that.
guys?
We're doing good. So Christy and Larry do that all the time?
Yes, we have. Well, I swear it's not their fault. It's not because the stove is dirty. It's a super hypersensitive smoke detector, and we just have to, take the batteries out. The second we get done cooking, the batteries go back in and they get put up in there. So
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. All right.
I actually carry a towel around with me sometimes when I'm cooking like bacon. I forget to turn the fan on.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go run and.
Oh, yeah, you wave. You got to wave. Yeah, that works too. You wave in front of it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
If you just wave the fan.
Yeah.
All right, Gabe, hang on just for 1 sec. Yeah, there you go. So disengage.
Couple of different ways. That's probably a little safer because you don't forget about the batteries. You get the towel waving. You'll get the towel waving right in front of it. That'll do.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before. I've just forgotten all about the batteries, that if I took them out, and then I see them hanging there one day. I'm like, well, good thing I didn't have a fire.
Yeah, right.
Over the past week or so.
It's pretty easy, though. Once you get it down, it's pretty easy maneuver. I'm just making excuses because I'm sorry that I'm taking out the batteries. But, sometimes you got to cook French fries.
Sometimes you have to. And you're very, very good at changing the batteries, right?
Yes.
Every time change. What are we going to do if we leave it alone? Because that's always up for debate when we do that.
Oh, yeah. If you don't change out the batteries every 6 months with I know it. That's very important to do. I have 5 of them in my apartment. Very small apartment, 5 smoke detectors. So I know how to change the batteries.
You do it with every single... Why, Trey?
Oh, man, I don't know. I just have so many. It's not my thing. When I got there, I went, wow, there's one in the attic. Oh, there's one right outside the door. Oh, there's one right outside the door as you walk in.
Wow.
It's 5.
And you have a very small apartment.
Very small.
Wait, do you think that one is a fire detector and the other is like what is that? Like a carbon dioxide?
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah, right.
I think
monoxide.
So. Yeah, I think they have one and the other, but there's 5.
Okay.
That's a lot.
They're just trying to keep the train safe,
that's
man.
Trying to keep me smoke free.
Yep. Eurythmics coming up next. Talking about how if you go to Hampton Beach and you walk around barefoot, you might get your feet stained by all these little micro bugs that are all over the beach.
Reports coming in from like Wells, York, all the way down to Hampton that there's, what appears to be just your regular beach tar. It's the tiny little bugs that stain your feet, and the stain lasts forever.
Ew.
People scrub and it's still there.
It's so gross.
Yeah, these little bugs, they eat a lot of things that have natural pigment. And it concentrates the pigment. You walk through it and you're stained forever.
Ew. Well, the Shark Morning Show has a solution for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people wear Crocs on the beach. I see them a lot. I was just at Salisbury yesterday. I took a ride after work to the beach because I needed to see the waves. Sometimes you just need to see them. And there were a lot of people walking around in Crocs. But I did not know that they have a high heel version.
Well, yeah.
These wretched things.
Unfortunately, and I don't know, maybe fortunately, you'll have to wait till the spring of 2022 as Balenciaga. The designer Balenciaga, they're going to sell those stiletto Crocs. Man, they are. I thought that they were just, maybe a little platform or something. Looking at these, they're like a stilt. I mean, they're like, a full foot tall, and it's a pillar. It looks like more like a pillar. So I would think if you walk in the beach, it would help you stay away from that beach tar.
They are horrible.
Yeah, they're pretty awful.
They're as bad as you think that they are. They look like a Croc, and like you say, it looks like a tire jack that you see on the side of the road,
Yes.
Like one of those car jacks that you use to prop up your car. That's what it looks like. So the Croc is the same. There's no they don't change it at all. They just prop it up.
Yep.
With this car jack thing.
It really is. It's up there quite a bit. It is high. So I don't know. I don't know how you would do that without hurting yourself walking around in those, but it would maybe keep you.
It's no higher than a regular shoe, I got to say.
Okay.
It does. It might look really high to you, Train, but that's like a regular high heel.
Okay.
But yeah, they are just as ugly. Sorry to say.
Maybe with the rubber Crocs, it'll be a little more malleable, like there's a little more give to it. I don't know.
What?
Like instead of like a hard shoe, it's a little rubbery and you can get a little bit of a give.
I'm sure I'll see somebody and they'll say, Sarah, you got to try them. They're just so comfortable.
Right?
And I'll say, no, thank you. It's just, my thing. You can wear whatever you want. You can wear Crocs on your hands as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. I never, whatever.
They're $850.
What?
Yeah. Designer. Yeah, you got to throw that designer label on there. You don't just buy a Balenciaga something and expect to pay a couple of bucks. It's $850.
I thought we were talking about $15.99 or whatever at Walmart.
No.
$800? What the? Oh, my God. And I bet they'll sell out.
Oh, probably. If they become wildly popular, absolutely.
We ought to create something ridiculous, Train.
Okay.
And sell it. And just put a ridiculous price tag on it.
Yeah. We just have to, establish ourselves as wild designers.
Right. Coming up, I'm going to tell you about a show that I'm watching. Speaking of designers, if you're looking for a new show, if you're finished, or if you're patiently waiting for Yellowstone to come back, I've got one for you that's coming up. I would not be seen dead with a pair of Crocs on. 7:53, it's a Shark Morning Show. So what did we get on the messenger?
Yeah, the Shark app messenger, Kimber from Rochester, she says, Crocs are the most hideous looking shoes. Wants to know, Sarah.
Yes.
Did you wear jelly shoes back in the day? They were disgusting, too.
I did not wear jelly shoes. I missed that whole jelly shoes thing by a few years. So I think they became in fashion when I was, too old.
Okay. Yeah, I
do remember buying my niece jelly shoes, though.
You couldn't have a heel made of jelly because you would just fall right over, I would think, right?
Right. I can't believe the designer jellies that are coming out, the high heel ones. They're awful. Speaking of designers, it reminded me of a Netflix series that I've been watching. So if you're through watching, your favorite show or whatever, it's always a sad moment when you're like, oh man, there's only one more episode and then it's going to be gone. Well, that happened to me recently. So I started watching Halston on Netflix because I love Ewan McGregor. I just love him. I just think he's an incredible actor.
I've seen photos of him, some images of him as Halston, and it doesn't even look like Ewan. I would never guess that it was Ewan McGregor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's perfect in the role. I will tell you, you can't watch this show within 50 feet of children.
Okay. All right. That's a
double.
Yeah.
It is not a
double parental
show.
warning.
Yes.
An acre and a half.
It is not. It is Halston, and he lived the lifestyle. He went to Studio 54 back in the day. His best friend was Liza Minnelli. They both did things in their lifetime that were, how shall I say, addictive. So you might not want to watch it with the kids.
Yep.
But I will say it's really, I loved it. I'm loving it, I should say. I'm not done yet, but so far it's great.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good binge show.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think it is too. So for some of the days that it's raining outside and you want to check out a new show, there you go. It's Pat's Gonna Be Today Train.
Yeah.
It's a Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A Train. We have the one, the only Juston McKinney.
So nice to see you two again.
My goodness, you are live in studio. We haven't seen you in forever.
No, we got no masks on. This is awesome.
Wow, Justin, I am just happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming in. So my first question is, how did you survive the pandemic?
You know what? That's a very good question. I don't know how I survived because my wife has been working from home this whole time. And we've been together for 25 years. Seriously, if you're with someone for at year 25, you get stuck in a mandatory quarantine lockdown. She doesn't leave. You know what I mean? That wasn't, the wedding vows, that was it. It was till death does you part. It wasn't till death or we get stuck in a pandemic. I would have loved to have tweaked it. Some people renew their vows. I'd like to redo my vows just to have an escape clause because I don't know how. And now get this.
What?
They're not going back. The company she's like, my company realized they can save some money by working remote, and I'm like,
no.
I'm like, do they know it's over? Do they know we're on the other side? I mean, can I chip in for office space? Can I have a GoFundMe page? Help Justin pay for expenses to get his wife out of the house? I knew it was going to be bad the first 3 months because the first 3 months we were taking separate cars to go to the same place. Like that's how much it's like, I'll meet you there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, it was so I don't know how I survived. And there's going to be lingering effects.
Yeah, I guess so.
For me.
Guess a lot of people are getting divorced though because of that. You know, they spend time with their partner and they're like, forget it, I can't do this anymore.
Bill and Melinda Gates,
yeah,
right?
Well,
I mean,
they called it quits.
It wasn't money problems, right? They weren't having money issues. You know what I mean? You refinanced the house. What were you thinking?
That's true. And certainly they've got enough to go around.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very glad to see you. You had a couple shows at the Rex in Manchester. They went well?
They were great. It's good to get back out there. And I'm obviously looking forward to this weekend at the Rochester Opera House Friday, Saturday. But yeah, it's just, when I was doing shows a year ago or in this past year.
Yeah.
People had to have masks on while they were seated. Now they've loosened that all up. So, I mean, because a year ago you're doing, think of everyone's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
So the laughs are muffled, for one. Everyone's muffled.
Yeah.
And for two, I'm doing a joke about my wife. All the women, I just see their eyes. I don't know if they're laughing, if they're smiling.
No.
Right.
I'm just seeing, you know what I mean? So
they
it was
could
just
be
this.
scowling at you.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, geez.
So it's been awesome. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that you're back out there. Now, for people that don't know your history, Justin, like say they're hearing you for the first time, like you live in Newmarket, you got 2 boys. What else should people know about you and your life and the kind of comedy that you do?
Oh, well, I mean, everything I do is observational and personal.
Yeah.
It's like everything that goes on in my life. It's funny. I get a kick out of when I get off stage and people are like, do you really have is that really your wife? Or did your dad really do that? And I'm like, everything I do, I go, yeah. I go, you think I just made up a 5-minute story? Like, I just don't do that kind of comedy where I just like to stay real.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the best stuff for me comes from, and stuff my kids say and stuff my wife says. Almost everything she does is, or everything I do is from something she said to me. You know what I mean? So, or they say to me,
He was quite a teacher, Sarah, when the homeschool thing went through. Oh, I'm telling you. It was like a professor over here.
I was doing a bunch of homeschool videos because, I was thrown into the homeschool. And I got to tell you, while I was doing that, I literally, I didn't belong. I was homeschooling my youngest.
You had no business being
I was
teacher.
I was homeschooling my youngest, and it hits me. I'm like, I don't belong here teaching him the 4th grade. I belong in the 4th grade. I'm like, I knew nothing. He was like, what's an obtuse angle, Dad? I'm like, I thought it was an angle that was annoying, like, or whatever. And I only knew that because of the Shawshank Redemption, that movie. Remember that? How could you be so obtuse?
That's right.
So it was. I got called out on a Zoom call at one point. Yeah.
Oh no!
By the teacher. I was helping with the wires, with the batteries, and the the bulbs and everything.
Yeah.
I'm being a set of hands in the Zoom computer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all of a sudden she goes, all right, does anybody know if we take this wire off and the bulb goes out, what that's called? And none of the kids are answering, right? She said, we talked about it last week. Nothing. All of a sudden I hear her go, Justin, do you know? And I'm like, do I know? Am I supposed to know? I mean, I don't know. Right. And then I act like I didn't hear the question. So I had to be like,
can you repeat the question?
Can you repeat the question? I got to go back in. Like all the 4th graders are looking at me. Like what it's called when we take this wire away and the bulb goes out. I go, broken? Right? All the kids laugh. She goes, no, it's not broken. Everyone's laughing at me. And I'm like, you didn't know. She's like, it's called an incomplete circuit. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? I go, they couldn't remember from last week. I can remember from 40 years ago. I just know like the Christmas lights. One bulb goes out, they all go out. It's broken.
There we go.
Can you imagine I bring the bulbs back out? They don't work. What's wrong with them? You got an incomplete circuit here. A what? Someone didn't listen in the 4th grade.
Juston McKinney in the Shark Tank. Will you stick around for a couple minutes? All right, we'll be back.
Absolutely, yeah. We haven't had anyone in here at all, so it's a place of honor.
This is what happens when you live in Newmarket, just down the street. These kind of things can happen. Magic can happen.
I love that.
Under 30 minutes. That's my cutoff. If you were over 30 minutes, I don't think I could be live.
Well, yeah, you are a celebrity in these parts, and you were saying that you just went out to Vegas?
I don't know about a celebrity. Oh, man, we don't have time for this. I have such a funny story, but you talk about, am I a celebrity? In my own neighborhood the other day, I'm following. Let me just see if I can tell this quick. I told my 11-year-old he can go walk around the circle around the street, across the street.
Yeah.
My wife's pulling in. She's like, you're going to let him walk by himself? And I'm like, all right, I'll follow him. I'll tail him, right? So I'm tailing him right behind. He sees my car. He goes, what, Dad? I'm old enough. He's all crying. He's like, you don't think I'm old? I'm like, fine. So then I drop back even further.
11?
He's 11.
Oh, yeah.
So I let him go further. I pull up. There's a family. So I let him get way ahead of me. Then I go up, but there's a little family over there. And I said, did you see an 11-year-old come walking by here? He was running, right? So I'm like, thank you. I go after him, right? Cut to 15 minutes later. I'm in Newmarket at the Rite Aid, and I'm waiting to go check on my other kid. I got to go do the helicopter parent on him. I pull by the police station. I see the cop out there with the woman who saw me. They're staring at me, pointing at my car. That's the guy. I get pulled over. He knows me. He's like, hey, Justin, what's up? You see that woman? He goes, she thought you were chasing a kid. There's a fine line between helicopter parent and a predator, apparently. And so that's when you talk about famous in these parts. This is my own neighborhood. Is that Juston McKinney? She's like, that's Juston McKinney. He'll be at the Rochester Opera House next weekend. Go see him. He's really all right.
Oh, too funny.
Yeah.
She thought that good on her. That she
it was good on her. Was good on her. I should give her tickets to my show. I should be like, hey, come to my show. Jeez, could you imagine?
Oh, that's too funny.
I don't know what happened to my career. I was on the right path.
Well, you're doing really well. You went out to Vegas.
I was in Vegas. I did 10 shows in Vegas in the middle of May.
That's amazing. Did they have full capacity out there or what?
It was not full capacity. It was 50% capacity, but I landed on a Wednesday. On Thursday, they said, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Oh, Wouldn't you know everybody in Las Vegas is fully vaccinated? I couldn't believe it. Right. Yeah. I didn't see a mask at all. I mean, the prostitute... No, I'm not going to go there. But look.
Did you see Aaron's family? Because he's got a family out there in Vegas.
You have a family in Vegas?
He's got a wife and kids.
It's fictional.
Oh, it's a fictional family.
I don't know.
Is it a fantasy family?
I go, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I go out there so much that Sarah thinks I got a
family.
I didn't know you make a lot of trips out there. Yeah.
You're going
cool.
next couple months?
In July.
In July,
I'll be going back in July.
He picks the week of my birthday, but that's a completely different subject. I have to now work because Trina's it's okay. I'm not bitter. Anyway.
Nice and cool in July.
Yeah.
But it's dry, seriously. What, yesterday? Yesterday was brutal. Like that heat yesterday was worse than any day in Vegas, probably even in the summer.
Yeah, it is. And then you did that Charlie Moore TV show.
That was yesterday I filmed that with Charlie Moore.
Fun.
Up on Lake Winnipesaukee, the Mad Fisherman, and I was the Bad Fisherman. I mean, I hadn't... my casting, I've been a small kid since I last. I did some ice fishing where you don't really cast much.
No.
Yes.
Ice fishing, because it's really hard to get it in the hole if you're casting. But yeah, that was fun, but it was hot.
Yeah.
Beautiful lake though.
Yeah,
did you catch any bass at all?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
I caught I think he said it was a smallmouth. Looked like a largemouth. I don't know the difference. Smallmouth, largemouth bass.
Oh, cool.
And I caught some rockfish, which is I guess trash. That's you don't want anything to do with that. So I caught a couple of those.
That's okay.
But a
lot of people will get skunked on that show. So I was worried about that.
No, I got one. And
nice.
In Lake Winnipesaukee is beautiful. I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, we a couple years ago we rented a place there. It was 4 days, $17,000, no air condition. And if it rains those 4 days, by the way, forget about it. You just paid a ton of money to play board games. That's a good feeling. Remember that vacation we took? We played Monopoly. So fun.
Juston McKinney, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be at the Rochester Opera House this Friday and Saturday. And if you want a pair of tickets, which night are you giving
The Friday night, yeah.
Friday night show at 7:30. All right, we'll give a couple pairs?
Couple pairs of tickets Friday night.
All right, there you go. 877-45-SHARK if you want to go see him. Thank you so much for joining
Justin.
us.
Thank you for having me. Great to see you guys.
And listen, by the way, if you want to purchase your tickets, they are close to selling out. So do go see Justin's website. It's Justin with an O. Don't ask him. If you're not from around here, then, just put in the O. If you are, you already know. Juston, Goston, McKinney.com.
Yes.
Did I spell your name right?
That O is for offender, apparently, in Newmarket now.
We didn't even get into that. We didn't even get into that.
All right, Juston.
So good luck to you. It's a Shark Morning Show. Thanks again, Justin.
Thank you.
All right. Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. All right. Who are you? It's a little late this week because, today, because Justin was here.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
We're the Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. It's a simple game we're playing. You just pick a celebrity, give the other person 3 or more clues to figure out who that celebrity is. That's how you play. My theme, One Tune June, big stars that only had one hit on the pop charts. And my theme within a theme, I figured, we had Juston McKinney on, one of the finest comedians ever. I think one of the finest comedians ever.
He's wicked funny.
And so I'm going with one of the finest comedians ever as my Who Are You today. His big hit, a top 17 hit back in 1978. And the man was born in Waco, Texas.
Okay. Don't know.
He is only a lead singer on this track that he played with, not a well-known band, but the band was on TV every single Saturday night. He is
David Cassidy.
No, he's a genius banjo player, however. He was just a lead singer for this track, but he did not play the banjo on this track, which he is like a
Steve
ultimate.
Martin?
It is Steve Martin.
Oh,
King Tut.
Yeah.
The band name was actually the Toot Uncommons, which was the ensemble that they had for that one. It was Steve Martin and the Toot Uncommons with the top 17 hit King Tut.
Okay. I love that. That was a good one. See, I'm going to do really well this week, I think.
I've got 3 for 3.
It's this guy's birthday today. By the way, it's Donald Duck Day today. I can't believe he's 87 years old today. That was just a gimme.
That's him saying I'm old.
Oh, my God. But this guy, it's his birthday today, too. His stage name is actually his birth name. So I can't even give you a synonym.
Okay.
Synonyms. What do they call those things? Anyway, he was born in Kentucky, Owensboro, Kentucky, in 1963.
Ooh, I think I know this one, I hope. I think I got it right. Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a Kentucky guy.
Yep. How did you know?
I just knew that he was born in Kentucky, and I never remember the city that he was born in. And then when you said 63, I figured he'd be, from late 50s.
There you go.
So a pretty well-known guy.
Mm-hmm. Also one that is an actor and a musician as well.
Oh, that's right.
What's the name of his band again?
Oh, I'm trying to think. It's the Vampires, the LA Vampires?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that. There's a vampire in this band name. But yeah he's got quite a... He's got quite a group there.
He does. Happy birthday to you, Johnny Depp. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, too. We've got the Workday Kickoff coming up next. 3 hours of continuous classic hits. Tears for Fears kicks it off next.
A shark is your